So I was just watching YouTube and I was watching story times, but not know those little story time about this crazy ex on Tinder, like those makeup story time. No, it was just like a YouTuber that does really. Her shout out to Chessa Brat. No, Chessa Monero. Let me show y'all her YouTube channel. This is her. And if y'all can't see, I'll also leave.
She just let me know, but they show no fish. Didn't say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. Didn't say you found it, but she doesn't want.
If y'all can't see, I will also leave an extra photo of her YouTube channel. Shout out to her. But basically, today we're going to be doing a story time about a wannabe. We're going to put the names in. Okay, so the girl that this all happened about, let's name her wannabe. And there's a reason why we're going to name her wannabe. Because she's a wannabe. She's a wannabe popular. She's a wannabe mean girl. She's a wannabe everything. Okay, so basically, this happened. Actually, I'm not even gonna tell you the year period because some people just like being messy. So this happened. Let's say maybe 3. Let me not say nothing. Let's not say when this happened, but the timeline is like not present, not these past few weeks. But basically, I was friends with this girl. We became friends like we've been friends for like 2-3 years. I met her when I first came to my new school. We're not gonna say what new school, no names. But basically, I was friends. What were we gonna name? We're gonna name her Sweetie because Sweetie, she's a sweetheart. We had our differences, but she was a sweetheart. And what are we gonna name my other friend? We're gonna name her. We're gonna name her Cupcake. Yes, Cupcake, because she's someone I could just talk to and she soaks in all of it and doesn't just melts it all out. Okay, so basically, we're gonna fast forward to this year. Me and Sweetie, we were really close. Me and Cupcake, we weren't close like that last year. But me and Sweetie, we were always close with our little group and everything. But Sweetie's not a big part. She is, but she's in the story. So basically, fast forward. We're in school. Pajama day and all that. So me and Sweetie been talking about us getting pajamas, Hello Kitty pajamas specifically, because we both like Hello Kitty. I wish I was at my mom's house so I could show you the amount of Hello Kitty stuff, but I'm in my brother's room so you can't see. But this is my phone. You see this Hello Kitty? If I could open my phone, Hello Kitty, so you can already see I love me some Hello Kitty. So we're both thinking, okay, we want to wear Hello Kitty pajamas. I'm like, oh, okay, I can get the pants. I can beg my parents to order them off of Amazon, or we could go get them from Rule 21 because they're cheaper there. So we're talking about pajama day. Mind you, Wannabe says she doesn't want to do them because she's going to wear these pink nightgown clothes that she had. So we're like, okay, we don't care. Me and Sweetie, we like this. We like this. Because we had our issues, but we were never talking about each other and never told each other. Sweetie did say stuff about me, but it wasn't on top of time. This is thing. No, we weren't friends and we weren't cool, and we made that clear. Because somebody that's for another time broke up our friendship, made a bunch of rumors and lies, and we thought it was true. So we stopped messing with each other, even when we would say stuff to each other, but we were never. But now we're but basically, me, Sweetie, and Wannabe we were kind of like a trio. I would go to Wannabe's house, and when I would go to Wannabe's house, Sweetie would come to Wannabe's house too. So it would be a trio. But y'all all know about the mysterious trio. There's always one backup friend, and I don't really know who the backup friend was, because let me make this clear. Cause I felt like wannabe was not the backup friend. No, I feel like wannabe was the backup friend, but she made it clear like she wanted me to be the backup friend, and me and Sweetie, we were close before me and Sweetie were close before Sweetie got close with wannabe, and before I got close with wannabe. So yeah, so me and Sweetie were really closer because we had more stuff in common and everything. But wannabe wanted me to be the backup friend, like in her mind. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't saying, "Oh yes, you're the backup friend," but she was just like, she wanted She liked Sweetie more. That's She would call Sweetie her best friend, even though she hung out with me more. And like, I found that kind of weird, but guess what? I have my own best friend, and I could show y'all our messages. We known each other for longer than I've known Sweetie and um wannabe, but I love me some Sweetie, so not too much on my Sweetie. But basically, we would go, and I feel like when Sweetie would come over, when I was at wannabe's house, wannabe would just change. Like there was this one time we went to this Bravo, I think, or something like that, and Sweetie didn't have no money. I barely had any money, but we all bought the same thing. But wannabe bought a bunch of everything for Sweetie, and then when I asked her to buy me one thing that they were getting because I didn't have enough money, she was like, no, because I want to save my money, but was able to buy Sweetie something, which I found that kind of weird, but it's, I just shrugged it off. And this has happened multiple times, so this is a red flag, mind you. Red flag. Let me put a red flag right here. Red flag. We should wave it, because I should have been knew this. But one thing about wannabe, like I would notice it a little. She always was like friends with everybody, and it would be a bad thing because like we would meet somebody from school. She would get their number, and literally like she would want to talk to everybody. And, I'm a chattive person, but she's like, as soon as she meets somebody, she wants to get their number. And I found that kind of off because I'm an extrovert, but I I was an only child for like most of my life, so I like to stay in my little bubble. But now I have siblings, but I was the only child for a lot of my life, so I still have my bubble. I I'm very talkative, but me personally, I love my bubble. I got my baby. That's all I need. He chat a lot, but guess what? We go together. But I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I know this person, this person. People know that, yes, I'm a known person in my school. I'm not gonna lie, I am. You can ask the whole grade if they know who I am. People that I think don't even know me. So, but you do not see the whole school on my phone. I have 200 contacts, and most of those people are not even from one school. These are from different people that I went in my schools in Georgia, schools, my elementary schools, like a bunch of stuff. So I just have their number. I have like 20% of our grade, and I know 100, no, 80% of our grade. So, you know, but basically, like she, like we met this girl when we were like, cause I used to go home with her, and we met this girl. Actually, we stayed after school to go to a school performance. And we met this girl, and she literally said, "Hi, my name is Wannabe." That's not her real name, but Wannabe. And she got the girl's number, and I just found that kind of off. I'm like, unless I get added with you in a group chat, baby, I don't even have your number. There's people that I call my best friend in school, but I don't even have their number. So they're going out giving people numbers. See, me personally, I don't know if I matured, but I have experience from giving a bunch of people my number. So my phone's not cracked. This is screen protector, but I have experience. I almost had to call the police and everything, so I had to get a new number. So giving people my number, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But yeah, and basically, like, it was just like weird. Like, she would just do little things. And we were outside playing, and we met this girl. So I got the girl's number, but I got a new number. So, like, I never really learned my new number. So I was like trying to give the girl my number. I was like, oh, just get her number, and she will send it to me. But I kept asking wannabe for her number, and she was like, oh yeah, I'll give it to you. And then when we were inside doing nothing, she was like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, how is that weird? But I kind of felt like she just didn't want me to have it, because when she would get mad at me when I'd be playing outside, like, literally, I would be like, oh, can you call the girl that we met so she could come over? And she would be like, no. And I'll be like, but you don't want to play with me, so why can't she? Like, baby, because I got 2 feet and 2 legs. Wait, that did not make no sense. I have 2 legs and 2 hands. I could walk my little self to her house, but I don't want to just pop up at somebody's door, so never that. I can go home, never that. And then I'm just gonna fast forward because it's important, but it's really not that important. She would just do little weird stuff. Like, she would be like, want to be popular and everything. Oh, this is a big thing. When she would come to my house and she would go to she would talk to my parents, she would be like, trying to seem like she's perfect. And let me explain that to y'all. For example, like, our school had a new app that they use for grades, and I never told my mom. But, like, I would be like, oh, mommy, I don't know where to go for that. And then she would just be there because she knows what I'm doing, and she'll be like, oh, I could show you. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I didn't ask you. And then like, mom would be like, oh my god, Jade, your grade in math is bad. And she would be like, oh, I can help her after school. And I'm like, I didn't ask for your help. I didn't. Because now I got a better grade than you in math. Next, without your help. And then we would go and she'd be like, oh, I helped her, but you didn't help me do anything. It's called ChatGPT, Goth, and Photomath. You didn't help me do nothing. Which, like, as usual, but I just found that, like, really, really weird. Because, like, she'd be like, oh, I'm in Cambridge, Jade's not. Like, she would say that often to my parents. She'd be like, oh, I'm in Cambridge. Like, shoving it in my face. And I'd be like, oh, I could join Cambridge too. And advanced classes can join Cambridge. And she's like, no, you really can't. Ma'am, do you realize I got offered a Cambridge thing and I rejected it? My mom literally got the paper. So what are you really talking about? I'm in advanced. Everybody knows advanced in Cambridge are really not that far apart, because when you don't apply for Cambridge, or they don't ask you to come to Cambridge, you're gonna be in advanced. You're not gonna be in the regular classes. So what are you saying? Advanced and Cambridge are really on the same level, if I'm being honest with you. And you might be in Cambridge, but I still got more honor rolls than you. So what's tea? What's really tea? And then, basically, like, she would just do little things, and I'd just be, like, looking at her, like, really? And she would just, like, make me mad with that. And then, like, she would just bring up my body a lot. Like, she would be like, oh, I like, one time we were in our class together, and she was like, I was like, I don't know if, like, I want to get married, like, so quickly. I want to have, like, 4 kids, but I don't know if I want to get married. And she was like, if you even can. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, if anybody wants to marry you. I'm like, I'm not going to put her personal business out there because that's just not me. But I could really say a lot of things, because the boys you choose to date, man, they're very ugly. She'd be like, oh, I could pull a bunch of people. Yes, you can pull, because they're all ugly. Look at the people you date, and we could go slide for slide for the people I dated, for the people I liked. We could go round for round, maybe. We could go round for round. Half of the school can tell me mine was actually T clock. Yours, half of the school calls them ugly. No, 70% of the school calls them ugly. So we could really go round for round, boy for boy, girl for girl. Well, not girl for girl, but I don't know about her because she said she used to be. But I love me some LGBTQ. I'm just not in it though, because I don't have a taste for that. But we could go boy for boy, boy for boy. So next, and then like literally, it was just like a lot of things, but that was a red flag. But she was just somebody so close to me that I was not really like hinting the red flags. Like, so basically, then, right? We go fast forward. I don't even know what month this was, but we're gonna estimate like September. No, not up September. There's no way. I don't know what month. We're not gonna put in a month because I don't know what month this was. But back to where we started. Me and Sweetie wanted to do Hello Kitty pajamas. She said she didn't want to do them. So I was at her house Friday. She got mad because just like a whole bunch of stuff started going on. Like she was mad because I was saying my opinion, and she always wants to be right. We always use to argue because she always wants to be right, and I can admit my wrongs. Sometimes I would be wrong, but she always wants to be right. She always wants to prove a point. Like one time we was in her mom's car, and I was like, bro, this kid is like so irrelevant. And she was like, no, I think it's irrelevant. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to say irrelevant. I mean, irrelevant. And then she goes and asks her mom, isn't it irrelevant? And I'm like, I already know, but I'm going to make my own words. You know those people? I like to make my own lyrics, my own words. Like, you don't always have to be right. You could have just left it right then and there. And she still wants to be right, of course, but whatever. So basically then, oh yeah, so back to the pajama thing. So what day was this? I think Saturday, Sunday, if I'm not sure. But now we're gonna bring Cupcake into the story. So right, Cupcake's birthday party was originally this Saturday of this weekend. Tell me why Wannabe asks Cupcake if she can go to her birthday party, but Cupcake doesn't talk to Wannabe like that. And I even asked Wannabe a few days ahead, do you even talk to Cupcake like that? And she was like, no. And then all of a sudden, because me and Sweetie are going to her birthday because we're close with Cupcake, she wants to be like, oh, and Cupcake was like, sure, but she don't talk to her. And I even asked Cupcake about this in real life, and she was just looking at me. She was like, girl, I only say yes just to say yes, like, because I don't talk to her. I was just like, I didn't want to say no. And I was like, yeah, that seems pretty much right. Exactly what I was thinking. And then, because how are you going to ask somebody to go to their birthday party? Like, if it's one of your close friends, but you don't even talk to this girl, and you told me you don't talk to her, we could go contact. I don't have her pinned right now. Wait, no. Yeah, I don't have her pinned right now because, what's it called? I had to do this update on my iPad thing and delete a few things. But where's she at? Her name, but Cupcake. I think I deleted her thing, but whatever. I deleted her thing, but by accident because I deleted a few people's things. But literally, like, it was like very, because it was giving like you want to be a part of everything so bad. It was giving like, can I do stuff on my, and we went to another friend's birthday party, and she was like, she made it so uncomfortable for me because she was like, oh, she's always around me and da da da, and was like saying a bunch of stuff. But we're just not even gonna talk about that birthday party because that birthday party was a mess. But yes, so I texted Cupcake, and I was like, hey, Cupcake, I know yesterday was your birthday, but the birthday party got canceled. Do you want to do anything today? Are you doing anything? She was like, no, I just gotta go to dinner later, but I asked my mom if we could go somewhere. I was like, you want to go to the mall? And I do need to get some pajamas for pajamas. I do need to get some pajamas with Sweetie, so I mean, for me and Sweetie, so you want to go? And she was like, sure, let me ask my mom. And I was like, okay, let me ask my mom. But I was like, it would kind of be better if Sweetie just comes herself, because she is close with Cupcake. So am I. So I took Sweetie. I'm like, hey, no, I actually said, Cupcake, should we invite Sweetie? And she was like, yeah, sure. We invite Sweetie. Sweetie was like, sure, but I don't know. But my mom's probably not going to say yes because it's so last minute. So then, while all of this is going on, what's her name? Wannabe texted me, and she's like, oh, hey, Jake. And I'm like, hey. And she was like, oh, what are you doing today? And I'm like, nothing. I just probably might go to the mall with Sweetie and Cupcake, more like Cupcake, because I don't know Sweetie's free. And she was like, oh, I was just gonna invite y'all to my house. And I was like, okay, can we come to your house? And then she was like, sure, but I would have to ask. And then she texted me, and she was like, oh, do you want me to add you in a group chat with Sweetie? And I'm like, sure. She was like, actually, no, I don't want to do it at my house because I was not originally invited. Let me pull up the text, because actually I think I deleted them. Oh, wait, I didn't. Thank God. Let me read exactly to y'all what she said. So, okay, so then I was like, why, what happened? And I was like, Sweetie, just responded, because she was like, oh, what did Sweetie say? And I was like, she was like, oh, I was gonna ask if y'all wanted to come over. Let me skip to the part where, and she was like, actually, I don't think we should do it at my house because I wasn't invited in the first place. It was only supposed to be you, Sweetie, and Cupcake. And I was like, what? And she was like, never mind, I don't want to do anything. And I was like, it wasn't really nobody for Pacific. We just asked each other. Mind you, these plans never happened. So this friendship ended basically because of nothing, if I'm going to be real with you. And then I was like, okay, like, if you don't want to do nothing, I'm not going to force you to. That's fine. I'm not really that upset. And she was like, this is something off topic, but I still need my clothes, but yeah. And then then she was like, well, let me go back. She was like, Jade, how come you didn't invite me? And she was like you had only texted Bria and Lila to see if they wanted to do something, and you didn't think to invite me, and I texted you and Lila to see if y'all wanted to do something. I always invite you places, and you never invite me places. And I'm like, mind you, my mom's helping me text her because I'm confused. My mom can confirm this, but she's not going to. Well, I'm not going to bring her on camera to confirm anything, because if you don't believe me, you don't believe me. But I'm so confused because I'm like, huh? I can't go places with my friends without you being there? Like, are you my mother? Are you my father? I can't go nowhere. Hello, I'm my own person. Hi, it's me, Jade. I'm a person, so are you. Like, literally, if I want to go out with my friends, I don't have to do anything. I can choose to invite you, but you should be grateful if I invite you or not. If I don't invite you, make plans with somebody else. And then the thing is, she's hung out with Sweetie without me, and I don't really care. She's hung out with Cupcake and Sweetie without me, and I don't say nothing. So, ma'am, I'm trying to figure out what's the real problem here. What's the real problem? And it's really, 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 really not adding up. Cause I'm confused, and I was like, because you said you were hanging out with your bestie. This is not Sweetie. This is a whole nother person. We're gonna call her bestie Elf. No, actually, no, not Elf, because that's kind of rude. Because I'm friends with her friend, her bestie. Let's call him Angry Bird, because he always be getting angry. But so she was like, oh, I thought you said you were gonna go hang out with Angry Bird, and then she was like, there's absolutely no reason for you not to oh no, this because I didn't respond, but I just did respond, so I don't know why she said that. And she was like, oh, I never said that. And then I was like, yes, you did. You said you were going to go to Angry Bird's house or whatever. When we was at your house, you asked what you doing. When I asked what you doing this weekend, and then she was like, but clearly I didn't go. You could have asked me to see. I always do when you said cupcake b-day party this weekend. I still asked you to see if you were busy. Yes, because you wanted to go. I brung up that I was going to Cupcake's birthday party. You asked me when it was. Let's make that clear. Then, first of all, but clearly I didn't go. How? Do I have cameras in your house? Can I see you? How am I supposed to know you didn't go? Babes, I haven't talked to you since Friday. Because you were mad at me when I was at your house and didn't talk to me, not even when I left. So how was I supposed to know if you were going to go or not? And even if you did go to Cupcake's birthday party was canceled, so you could have still gone to Angry Bird's house. Are you mentally slow? And then I was like, but I didn't know that. You said what you were doing. And then she was like, and matter of fact, I was also gonna go to Cupcake's birthday party. I was like, okay, but it was canceled. And she was like, exactly, so why would I have plans? Maybe because you could have gone after. No, because I'm pretty sure a birthday party is not 3 days long. No, okay. And then she was like, sometimes you just need to use your brain. And I was like, because you still could have gone to Angry Bird's house? I think I'm using my brain right. No, because that makes a lot of sense. And then I was like, and you also use your brain, right? Like, all the time? And she was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, because you were talking to me like I'm your child. I'm not your child. You could have said it doesn't make sense. And she was like, oh, well, I have to stomp down to your level because something just don't click. And I was like, I'm able to text you. It clicks. I can understand what you're saying. And she was like, oh, not well enough. And I was like, because you and go to Angry Bird's house. And I was like, it's clicking. Yeah, maybe not you, but me. It's clicking. And then she was like, Cupcake, wait, what does that say? And then she was like, but you just been acting weird. And I was like, how? I act the same every day. She was like, no, you don't. And I was like, the same old Jade Sinai. I'm not going to put my last name out there, but whatever. And I was like, how do you want me to act? And she was like a normal person. And then, I'm stuttering badly. And then I was like, so I act like because if I'm not a normal person, what am I, baby? I don't have no special mental health issues. I'm not an alien. Is this not a person body? You said it wasn't clicking for me, baby. It's not clicking for you at all. Because if this not a normal person, I think you need to get your eyes checked. You got to open both of your eyes and look. Oh, yes. This is a person. I'm not crazy. I'm not in a mental institution. So I don't know why you think I'm not normal. I'm normal in every size and way. next? And I was like, what? Because it's very normal. I'm normal. I don't know what else you want me to put it. I act very normal. I act like a myself, a person. And she was like, yeah, but weird. Weird, I'm talking about you, no. I like when I mean like that, I'm not talking about you. I was like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, you want me to act two-faced? Like, I'm acting like myself. And she was like, friends don't argue with each other the way you be trying to argue with me. So you're saying you never started to argue with me? Out of the how many years we've been friends, you said that you have never started an argument with me before. First of all, everybody knows friends argue, especially when they're really close and they're always together. Friends always argue. And I know I can get a lot of people agreeing with me. You cannot say that, like, it's not no real argument, like blocking each other and stuff. It's just like some small little petty arguments, like, oh no, that color is green. No, that's the arguments. Like, it's not no real arguments that you're saying. And then she after this I stopped messaging, like, because I was just like, I don't want to answer anymore. She was like, oh, it's not letting you, you're not doing, wait. She said, whatever, we always argue, you leave me out. And she's like, and just be acting weird. And then after like 4 hours, she texted me block. Babes, if I still haven't responded, I don't care if you went downtown, uptown, left town, blocked me, deleted my contact. If I haven't texted you, that means I don't care. You did not need to text me, you blocked me, babes. You blocked me. Obviously, it was for a good reason, because if I didn't even answer, what makes you think I care if you blocked me? I wouldn't even find out that you actually blocked me because I wouldn't be answering you. But, y'all, then we came to school. She tried to check me. She was like, oh, don't come to my house anymore and everything. And I was just like, I don't care. I just sat there because she was trying to make, like, a big deal out of the situation. I was like, posting me on social media, I don't care. But, yeah, my brother's awake. So, yeah, thank y'all for everything. The story time was delicious, but there's more to the story when my brother's awake. So, yeah. Bye-bye.